Building movement. Okay, so now we're going to enter the building and talk a little bit about building requirements. But before I do that, let me put my mask on. And as you can see here, we have signs that clearly state masks are required upon entry of the building, and please maintain 6 feet of social distancing in the building. So let's head on in. All right, so as you can see, there are hand washing stations when folks enter the building. And that's something we're gonna be asking everyone to do when they come in. Now, things are gonna be a little bit different for parents this year when they come into the building. In the past, parents were able to come in freely and take care of little businesses here and there that they needed to take care of. This year, in an effort to maintain the integrity of our cohorts and the cleanliness within the building, we are asking any outside individuals to refrain from coming in the building unless they have a scheduled appointment. Now, what we're gonna do is take a quick look at what the office looks like, and if you do come into the building, the experience that you may have. So this year, the building is all about maintaining a steady flow. And as you can see, as you approach the main office, we have an entrance-only door. This is the door that you're going to enter the main office and see Mrs. Cameron and Mrs. Lavalette, who have been very, very hard at work preparing things for this school year and making sure that everyone is going to have a safe and excellent education. Now, if you look across the office, you're going to see arrows, and these arrows direct you as to where to go. Notice, there's a lot of people that come into the office, so we are limiting the amount of people to 2 beyond the normal office staff. And as you can see, we have also created a nice barrier here to maintain social distancing between Mrs. Cameron and Mrs. Lavalette. Now the arrows bring you over to the exit-only door. So as you can see, there's a nice flow from entrance to exit. Just got a phone call, and you may be calling her as well. You might even call and say, I need to drop something off. Well, if that is the case, instead of coming into the building, they are asking, and we are asking that you come up to this window here, where they will open the window and have a conversation with you through it. Again, you'll notice that they're wearing masks to not only protect themselves, but protect those that come in. If for some reason you need to drop something off, then someone will come to the front doors with a mask on and pick that item up from you. But again, we are asking that you refrain from coming into the building unless you have a scheduled appointment. Now, once in the buildings, the kids are gonna notice all of these great sensory paths that have been placed throughout the building over the summer. And these paths are a great place to go if you're feeling like you need to get up and move around a little bit, but in a socially distanced manner. So each floor has its own sensory paths that the kids can go out on and enjoy. You'll also notice as you're walking through the halls, arrows that lead in one direction or another. These arrows are meant to help guide folks as they walk through the building. So if you are walking down the hall, the arrows are going to guide you to stay on the right-hand side of the hallway, depending upon which way you are walking. Here's another great sensory path in the kindergarten area that I know the teachers are so excited to use with you. Now, as we make our way down the hall, on the first floor towards the MPR, you're going to notice, oh, Mrs. Williams is still in her same office. And if you come down the hall a little further, we have the health office with Mrs. Goodspeed, which will be here as well. We have one new addition to the health office, which we're going to check out right now. And that's called the isolation room for anyone that is really feeling under the weather. Okay, so before we enter the isolation room, I just ran into our new food services director,
Hi.
Miss Dominguez.
Nice to meet you guys.
So Miss Dominguez is going to be delivering breakfast and lunch into the classrooms because that's where the students are going to be eating breakfast and lunch this year. Now, as we make our way into the isolation room, you'll notice we have a nice wide open space with a bathroom, windows to keep everything nice and ventilated. Currently, we have one bed. We're looking at getting another bed, but it's a nice, clean, large space for any of those students that aren't feeling well and are waiting for their parents to pick them up. Look at this. We're at the health office, and here's Mrs. Goodspeed. Mrs.
Hi,
Goodspeed,
everyone.
how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. I was wondering if you might be able to tell us a little bit about what the health office might look like this year.
So the health office is going to look a little bit different this year. Our focus is going to be on trying to keep the kids as healthy as possible this year, with a focus on assessing students for any kind of COVID symptoms. And also, to that effect, with all these changes that's going on, we're going to try and make sure we keep the kids as safe as possible in their classrooms as well. So I'd like to ask parents to be on the lookout when they get all their information at home for any information or notices that someone in your child's class might have a food allergy, because the children will be eating in their classrooms this year. So just keep an eye out for those notices.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Goodspeed. I know you're busy, so I don't want to keep you. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. So as you enter the building as a kindergartner, you're going to make your way into the main lobby and may notice these great little marching ants that lead over to our tiger board. For those of you that don't remember, here at Valley View, we give out tiger tickets for those that are representing everything it means to be a Valley View Community School Tiger. Do you remember what those things are? And those things are trust, integrity, genuineness, empathy, and respect. And you may be asking yourself, who made this awesome tiger? Well, guess who? It was Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith, how are you?
Great. Welcome back, everyone.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about what art might look like this year?
We will be doing hands-on things and minds-on things because we're learning how to learn. And we will be talking about Choose Love. We'll be doing drawing, painting, some sculpture, and we're going to have fun while we learn.
Awesome. Well, hey, it was great bumping into you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to make our way through the grade 1 / Mrs. Miller and Miss O'Leary entrance. Now you'll notice as a student when you come in, there'll be an adult by the door, an adult over here in the lobby area. You're going to make your way over to this stairwell, which will be just for this group of students. And they'll make their way up the stairs. And if you notice, we have some great sensory paths here. They'll make their way right into their wing. Oh, looky here. It's Mrs. Pelkey. Mrs. Pelkey's going to be our first grade remote teacher this year.
I am so excited.
Awesome. We're excited too, Mrs.
Welcome
Pelkey.
back to school, everyone.
All right. So here's a big group of teachers and paraprofessionals working together to make sure that your experience at Valley View is going to be great. So as you can see, we have our first grade classrooms, and they're getting ready for all of you guys. And when you come down the hall a little further, we have our second grade classrooms. And it sounds like we have a bunch of second grade team members in there getting ready for you. And one other thing you'll notice as you make your way through the building, in the past, we had some bathrooms that were used by students in the hallway. Well, these communal bathrooms are now for adults only, so that we're limiting folks from intermingling their cohorts. So as we make our way down the third grade hall, we pass technology, our other two second grade classrooms, and make our way over to the third grade team. Now, one big difference, in the past, many of the third graders and the second grade students on this wing would use this stairwell as an exit to get to the first floor. Well, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to do that this year because we need to maintain proper flow through the building. So this stairwell will be an up stairwell only, with the exception of dismissal. So if you are on the second floor and you need to go down to the first floor throughout the day, this center stairwell is a down only stairwell. You won't be able to come up this stairwell, but you can access the first floor by going down it. And once we are down here at the bottom, you'll notice, oh, here's the main office, that there's a do not enter sign. So that means please do not go up that stairwell, and that's going to allow us to maintain a nice flow throughout the building.